What is up, YouTube? It's Mr. Ferguson back once again. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Give it a like if you enjoy. Talking about some lawn care content today. We're back at my lawn. We are not at the project lawn. Based on views, you guys don't care too much about the Bermuda, but I understand that. We've, for 5 years, been doing tall fescue. We're not going to change that. However, doing something different, while scary, it is exciting. So I know I keep saying the same thing over and over to you guys, but I'm really hoping in these remaining hot days that we have here in Central North Carolina, that Bermuda will just take off, man, and go. Somebody had a pretty good idea of talking about overseeding with ryegrass. I would like to do that. I would actually love to do that. The problem is I don't think I'm going to be able to get up there to want to mow it all the time. And, you know, obviously all the weeds and all the Bermuda grass we have at our church, the guy that goes up there to cut, he's not going to go up there and cut that when it's dormant. So it would be on me. And trying to do that it's more work to drive 30 minutes up the road. So I don't think I'm going to do that for that reason. I think we're just going to leave it as it is, let the Bermuda go as far as it'll go. When it goes dormant, it goes dormant, and then take a look at it once we get into spring. We're back in my tall fescue, and I did a mow, when did I do it? I did it Saturday night. And I'll step out of the way just to kind of show you the backyard. The backyard looks the best. The front yard looks janky. We still have this die-off right here, but besides this die-off, it's not went out too much further. It's went out a little bit, but if I just swing this camera around, you can see the majority of the backyard is still thick, lush with all of the rain we had. Mr. Kevin said something about 9 inches. I believe it. We had tons of rain. I had to wait and wait and wait to be able to get out here and mow this thing, and I actually mowed it down to 3 inches. So we want to talk about kind of the plan, the fall plan, as we're rapidly approaching the lawn. And as you see back here, besides these areas right here on the edge of the concrete, like right here where I did the green effect, and it only makes me think the green effect is what really smoked this off. Otherwise it would look like this, because this looks phenomenal. It's very thick. We know in the back, and I wanted to mention this, we know in the back towards the shaded areas, you know, all the Jonathan Green, we've been talking about that. And it just so happens that Cam at Elevated Lawns has actually talked about a new Mountain View type seed. If you don't know, it's called Vanguard coming out. That's a blend of shady, heavy shade mix. It's fine fescues, as far as I understand it, and it supposedly does really well in heavy shaded area. I'm considering that, and so I may do the GCI everywhere in the lawn, and then on the back shaded area past the tree over here and by the shed, do that Vanguard type blend, do it on the edge in front of, or right on to the right of the shed and in front of the tree house right here in this area, and then slightly behind it. I like it a little bit underneath the trees there. I just think I just like it. It's in the shade, and when it is so, you know, if we sow GCI seed there, it comes up, it looks nice, it just doesn't last. And so I'd be anxious just to try another seed brand, right? Vanguard, which, if you don't know, GCI turf type tall fescue is Mountain View seed cultivars as well. So with this Vanguard mix, it is Mountain View seed cultivars as well. So putting that back here, possibly a little 5-pound bag, and I think Cam said you need to use less. The rates on it is actually less. So, you know, 5 pounds would probably cover this little shaded area back here. So that is something I'm looking at and I'm very interested in. So stay tuned for that. If you have a heavily shaded area, maybe it's something that'll interest you, and before you buy it, you may want to see what it does here in my lawn. But the plan is for fall is obviously to overseed, and we're going to overseed with what I've already purchased. I showed you guys, I have a huge 45-pound bag of GCI turf type tall fescue. It is Mountain View seed. Cultivars, 2 of them are laterally spreading fescue. It is fescue that spreads very slowly, but it does laterally spread. And so very cool. It's not just a bunch type grass, it's a bunch type that has spreading capabilities. So could that be one of the reasons my backyard keeps doing better than the front? I don't know, because I'm using, I say that, I pretty sure I've put the same type of seed in my front lawn, but my front lawn, like many people, has never been fully killed off. It's got a bunch of different, you know, triple thread. It's got Jonathan Green. It's got the old GCI without laterally spreading. I don't think I ever did Spreader Elite in my front yard. So I can't for sure say it's the Mountain View cultivars that have been back here that are doing so well, but we'll find out for sure. Last year, I know I did GCI in the front yard, and so, but back here seems to be doing pretty good. So that is the plan. GCI turf everywhere, possibly Vanguard in the back. And we'll see if they, when they come out with that. It's not yet on the market to my knowledge. I am planning to dethatch certain areas, and that's what I wanted to show you here as I kind of move you over. Just what I'm thinking about is if I don't use the electric dethatcher for areas like this, I have the dethatching rake, and basically just come through and sorry about the box being there if you can't see, and just basically raking some of this out, getting some of this dead. And I don't want to do that right now. Well, why not? Because I honestly feel like the dead turf that is right here is protecting the soil from the sun. And if I was to remove this right now, guys, I really feel like I just have crabgrass come up everywhere, and I don't want that. So I'm prolonging it a little bit longer, since I'm not going to be doing the entire lawn. You know, you don't have to do it all in one day. We can do sections. So I may, you know, we'll do a video where I do this section. Let's do the backyard today. So we would obviously do this section a little bit next to where you guys are. And the machine is easy to just run it back and forth. So I'll likely do that in this area because there's less fescue than there is brown. So we would just run it right here. But in some of the areas back behind you, and I'll show you that real quick, where it's just a little thin, but it's not crazy thin on the bank over here, you know, maybe possibly in these areas over here, we just used a dethatching rake. So that's what I'm talking about there. So that's just for those that may not have heard my plan. Let's go around to the front yard and let's film from there, because the front yard, it just looks nasty. If you think my backyard looks bad, wait till you see the front. I think it actually looks really good for August with all the rain we've had. Just a small portion has died off and it doesn't look like it's coming back. But let me show you the front yard. It just looks like trash. Basically, again, this is cut at 3 inches, but we've had maybe a little bit extra die off. I do want to move the camera and show you a little bit closer, but maybe we've had a little more die off right here slightly, and you can see I don't think it's any type of disease. I don't know. I honestly don't know, but honestly I don't care either. We're just going to be dethatching this, and I'm just surviving until we get to you know, next month, basically, until we can overseed. You can see all the die off up here. Again, the bank is full of Bermuda. You see some of the just spottiness, and it could be Pythium blight. I'm not sure. Some die off in the middle right here, some brown, some of the branches that constantly fall. This area, I don't feel like it's gotten worse. It may have gotten slightly worse. I'm not sure, but we did. I think I'm done with putting out fungicides for the year. And as you see, I think it's Kalinga, Nuts Edge. I'm not sure what has popped up over here. You may be able to see the bright green bunch grasses right here. I'm not sure if you can or not, but in these right here, this just kind of always pops up in the ditch area. I put some of the green shoots on this last night, so we're gonna have some death right here and kill all this off as well. The bank is full of Bermuda, but just look how spotty. I mean, again, it looks worse on camera than it really does in person. There's a lot of fescue here, but there's a lot of just random die off in different sections here as well. And it makes me wonder if some of these areas, like this one really puzzles me, because this was looking phenomenal and just, it wasn't long. Even with all the rain, it began to go away and just fade away. I think it could have been gray leaf spot. I honestly believe that's what it was. And so, but down the side, look at this. For the time of the year, that is the best that has ever looked, and I feel confident saying this is the best my side yard has ever looked in August. with all of the rain. We had a period of low temps. It's just, that is incredible. And so honestly, the front yard looks the worst, but it's not so bad. Like I need to kill everything off and just start over again. It's spotty in areas. And again, this is 3 inches cut. Again, this area always struggles right here. So it's the same old things as I set you guys back up. Same old things, same old areas. So that's what we're looking like right now in mid-August. So again, we're going to dethatch some of these areas here shortly, closer to the end of the month. I'm going to wait a little longer. You guys all know last year I was like, I heard Ryan Nora literally, I don't think he watched our videos. We're low time over here, but he said, I'm going to try to overseed early, you know, so he can do other things. And I even commented on that video and said, man, when I tried to do it early, it was a terrible idea. It's a waste of money. So I'm waiting until I remember last year distinctly feeling that fall is here. Like it was a cool nights, cool days, that cool breeze coming through. I felt that more this year than any, but it was man, fall's here. And the leaves start falling and you just know when you walk out. If you've walked out several times in here, you just know when it's time. And so I'm going to be getting the automatic aerator. I'm going to be running through here. Thought about doing it up at the church, but I don't think I'm going to expose the soil. I'm going to wait and do that next early summer for that Bermuda. So that it can roll once it starts waking up and spreading again, and that's a whole nother beast. But going to be aerating the lawn really well, seeding. Might consider doing the PGR, the plant growth regulator. Don't know if I'm going to do that or not. I may just wait a couple of days and then do fertilizer. Still don't know what kind of fertilizer I want to do. I've got urea. I may do the urea and just do it granularly. I'm not sure. So that's kind of the plan for now, and we're just kind of in a coasting mode until we get there. So making 3 videos a week, you're like, all right, what's next, Mr. Ferguson? What's next? Are you battling crabgrass? Are you battling Bermuda? Not touching the Bermuda, not buying. I've seen a lot of people talk about Pilex. It's $388. No, thank you. I don't care that much about Bermuda. Honestly, I'm focused on the Bermuda at the church, less than the Bermuda that's trying to invade my own lawn. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. We're just kind of in coast mode, taking it a week at a time, which is great because when I go play golf, I don't have to worry about, I got to do this, I got to put this down. We've had so much rain, really hasn't been a year. Every time this year we've done Moisture Max or Hydrate, it's rained for a long period of time afterwards, so it's worked out well this year. So we're just kind of in a coast mode of just mowing the grass, staying off of it. If it needs water, you know, we will water, but I honestly think I could not water for the rest of the summer. And I think we would be just fine to make it till overseeding time. It's just a matter of getting out the dead so we have good seed to soil contact, and we'll take it from there. So that's kind of what we're looking like. We're looking at kind of janky and nasty up front, but it's a summer tall fescue lawn in North Carolina. We're looking a little same thing at the mailbox, but on the side and in the back, man, we're looking pretty decent in most areas. So that's what I'm looking like here. What are you guys looking like? Remember to visit the community center, a community tab on the mobile app of YouTube on my channel where you can post your pictures. I haven't checked in there in a while, so subscribers, members, be able to help out your fellow brothers and sisters there, answer questions. But weeds are coming up. We're not too concerned. We're not too long before all the summer weeds and hot weeds are going to start filtering out due to cool temps. So thank you for checking in with me here in my tall fescue. Hope you have a great Wednesday. God bless.